Wanna be Ryan the Great, and today we are talking the Philadelphia 76ers, guys, and yeah, nothing is going well for the Philadelphia 76ers. This is looking pretty bad. Down 2-0 in the series against the New York Knicks, obviously losing both games in MSG, so we'll be breaking down both games. That's pretty much what we're just going to be doing in this video. I'll also be talking about the controversial timeout stuff and fouling and all that good stuff. If you guys have any questions, if you follow my TikTok and you're asking where is the TikTok for this TikTok version of this video, there is going to be no TikTok version of this video. I felt that, I have a little too much to say about all this, and I can't really fit it all into one TikTok that would make it watchable for TikTok duration. We're not going to be talking about that. We're not going to be doing that. So let's just get right into it. But before we get right into it, guys, make sure you guys subscribe with your post notifications on. Go subscribe to my brother Linda Great Vlogs. Make sure you guys go subscribe to my second channel at Ryan the Cod Great. Make sure you guys go follow me on X Ryan the Great RTG. Make sure you guys go follow me on TikTok at Ryan the Great RTG. Make sure you guys go listen to the latest edition of the CR7 podcast. And make sure you guys go follow me on Twitch at Ryan the Great Podcast. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, for the video, let's roll that intro. Won't be Ryan the Great, and today it'll be intercepted! The defensive line. What the hell are you doing? No effort whatsoever when it came to the defense. That he is 0 for 2 today. Come on, Stotty. Stop! 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 Red Slam! First pitch! Bring him in! Braxton! Stop! Ring that! Yes! Oh, damn. 1, 2, 3. What? Alright, let's go into the video. So starting off, let's talk about game 1 of this series. So, I want to go over the New York Knicks to start, and they played very good. I'm looking at the plus-minus right here, and everybody was in the minus that was a starter in this game, but everybody off the bench was in the plus. Miles McBride, plus 37. Mitchell Robinson, plus 20. Bogdan Bogdanovic, plus 27. You're looking at the Sixers bench. Nick Batum, minus 20. Paul Reed, minus 21. Cameron Payne, 0. Buddy Hield, minus 16. So you're looking at the plus-minus for all these guys. There's a big difference in who has the better bench at the current moment in time, and I'll talk about how to maybe you could fix that in just a little bit. But I'm looking right here, and I think a lot of the New York Knicks shots were very impactful. A lot more than any shot the Sixers made throughout this game. There was a lot of shots that got the crowd going, that got the energy of the New York Knicks pumped up, and no shots the Philadelphia 76ers were able to make down the stretch got them fired up and got them ready to go, to try and win this game here. But yeah, I'm looking at a guy like Josh Hart, who didn't have the best game, and then the Sixers kind of got lazy on him. They left him open at the perimeter, and he ends up shooting 50% from 3. I'm looking at him right there, and I'm saying he can get hot at any time. You have to make sure you cover him. I think that is a coaching mistake, though, if you are Nick Nurse. I'm looking at a guy like OG Anunoby playing very good defense throughout this series. We'll talk about his defense in Game 2. I'm looking at Jalen Brunson, who did not have the best game. I thought he played half-decent perimeter defense. As I mentioned in my video yesterday, Tyrese Maxey has played very good perimeter defense under Nick Nurse this season. That was just proven there. I'm looking at Hartenstein right now, and this is where I'll get into the rebounding sort of things. Embiid can't jump. There's just no... Embiid cannot jump for anything. He did not go in the paint in the second half after his injury. He could not move at all. He was barely jumping. There's a reason Hartenstein got all these rebounds. Am I saying that the Knicks wouldn't have gotten all these rebounds if it wasn't for Joel Embiid? Possibly. I think there would be less offensive rebounds because obviously, what was the rebound? 55 to 33. That's absolutely abysmal. I'm looking at Josh Hart here, 13 rebounds. The guy is 6'4". How can you let that happen? Yeah, that just doesn't make any sense to me there. So, yeah, rebounding, obviously a problem. But it's been a problem for the Philadelphia 76ers when it comes to the New York Knicks all season. And now I'm looking at the Philadelphia 76ers here, and there's a lot of problems here. First thing, you have Joel Embiid, who can't move, and it's a shame because he's playing his heart out with the time that with the minutes that he's getting. 8 for 22 from the field, not good at all. 29 points, plus 14 on the plus minus. Did have 8 rebounds, but, compared to what the Knicks were getting when it came to offensive rebounds, Hartenstein had 5 offensive rebounds, Embiid had 3, a lot of those rebounds getting over Embiid. Also, the stat that, when Mitchell Robinson was the closest primary defender, Joel Embiid was 0 for 5. That doesn't really mean much, to anybody because of the fact that Joel Embiid's injured. So really, all the stuff that the New York Knicks are doing to Joel Embiid obviously would not happen if healthy, because I know Joel Embiid has a very high winning percentage against the New York Knicks throughout his career. So historically, he has dominated them. And I'm not trying to down the Knicks here. They obviously played very, very well. They really held down everybody that was not named Tyrese Maxey in this game here, who had 33 points. But Tyrese Maxey has been the best guard in the Eastern Conference. But right now, I'm looking at guys like Tobias Harris, like Kyle Lowry, like Kelly Oubre. Problems are that they're not shooting the basketball. Second problem is that they're not taking any initiative to shoot the basketball. I'm looking at Tobias Harris. I said that maybe you should take a step down from your offensive role and maybe let somebody else do it. But this is honestly ridiculous. 3 for 7 from the field, 1 for 4 from 3, 7 points. I didn't mean, he took what I said a little too literally. He just said, let me just not play any offense at all. There has been no part where I have seen any good production from Tobias Harris. I'm looking at Kyle Lowry, 18 points throughout this game, 4 for 7 from 3. He actually had a half-decently productive game. I will give him that. But 18 points, I guess the New York Knicks, who scored 111 in this game, not going to get the job done. You're looking at Kelly Oubre, 10 points, 3 for 7 from the field. This is the guy that was probably the biggest steal of NBA free agency, averaging 15 points a game this season, and you have shown absolutely no production in the playoffs. I'm looking at the bench right now. I'm looking at Buddy Hield, 0 for 2 in this game, no points. He's literally been brought into the Sixers to be another option to score. I've seen absolutely none of that. Nicholas Batum, he had that one game against Miami, and now all of a sudden can't produce. When you have those good games, you're expected to produce in the future. That's not what he has been doing. Paul Reed, absolutely nothing from him, but he is not really getting that many touches, so I can't really blame him. But even he's not doing much, or he's doing something with the time he does have. He did have 5 rebounds, 4 points, a block in this game here. He's doing something with what he has, but other than Embiid and Maxey, they just look absolutely terrible. It's a simple problem of pretty much shooting. They don't shoot the ball at all. I don't know if they're scared to shoot. It doesn't make that much sense to me. Anyway, moving on to game 2 here. Obviously, this is a heartbreaker. Embiid, a better game. I believe he shot, 12 for 29. That's 40-something%. I'm not necessarily sure. 34 points in this game. 10 rebounds. 6 assists. I'm also doing this without notes. I did not want to write notes for this game. Maxey, 35 points. He had a very, very productive first half, but then in the third quarter, OG Anunoby did a great job staying in front of him, which is something very hard to do when it comes to Tyrese Maxey, one of the fastest guards in the NBA. We have not seen, the quickness off the dribble and off the first step since Allen Iverson, which is obviously ironic because Allen Iverson played for the Sixers and Sixers legend. But once again, it was just another game, another situation of the Knicks out-rebounding the Sixers. Let's see, offensive rebounds, the Sixers had 10, the Knicks had 12. The Sixers got out-rebounded. I'm sorry. Oh, wait, do we have more offensive rebounds than them? We have more offensive rebounds than them? Okay, well, I did not know that, but what I'm trying to say here is my point I'm trying to get across is that the Sixers, their offensive rebounds really didn't mean that much in the end. The Knicks got a lot of clutch rebounds, and the rebounds that Hartenstein was going for, he put a lot of energy into them. Something that Paul Reed does, which really gets the team going. That's what he did for the New York Knicks here. Oh wait, no, 12 to No, the Knicks did out rebound the Sixers when it came to offensive rebounds. They got 12. I'm looking at. I'm so lost here. Yeah, once again, the Sixers out rebounded here, 46-44. Once again, the Sixers not able to do anything when it comes to the boards. And once again, Joel Embiid jumped a bit better in this game, but not that much. Also, they out-depth the Sixers, if that's even a word. I'm looking at the starting five right now. Everybody had at least 10 points in this game. And the Knicks only shot 40% from the field. Sixers shooting 43% from the field. So yeah, I'm looking at that there, and I'm saying the Sixers just have no depth. Their depth has been playing terrible. Tobias Harris, once again, 4 for 11 from the field, 10 points in 41 minutes. You played the second most minutes in the entire game, and all you get is 10 points, -5 as well. I mean, that is just absolutely terrible. What do you call it? Oubre, once again, 4 points, 2 for 7 from the field. Harris took a lot more shots, didn't do anything. Oubre didn't take as much shots as I would have anticipated. Lowry obviously took a step down. I'm not sure why he didn't shoot. He had a hot game in game one, and then gets 8 points on 2 for 6 shooting. Buddy Hield, once again, nothing happening with him. He shot about 5 shots in this entire series, and he's made 1 of them. That is just absolutely terrible. Only played 15 minutes. Paul Reed, once again, trying to do something with the minutes that he's getting, but that's not too much when you're talking about his 2 points and only 1 shot taken. Nicholas Batum, 33 minutes, talking about 6 points, 2 for 5 from the field. It's a lack of these guys wanting to shoot, and it's a lack of making the shots, which is the biggest problem. Also, defensively, I thought that we were doing a terrible job kicking out on shooters. I'm looking at Bogdanovic. He only had 2 threes in this game, but those were very impactful to the New York Knicks coming back in the game. And staying with the Philadelphia 76ers. I'm looking at Miles McBride, who was 0 for 3 from 3, but then is able to get inside the perimeter and hit shots. That is not supposed to be happening for the Philadelphia 76ers when you have a good wing defender like Tobias Harris. That should not be happening. I already talked about Odin Anunoby and his defense. Once again, Isaiah Hartenstein playing a very great series, probably the most underrated center in the playoffs at the current moment in time. He had 8 rebounds, 14 points. I'm looking at Brunson, who did not have a great game at all, but everybody else was stepping up for the New York Knicks, talking about Josh Hart, Dante DiVincenzo, obviously made that clutch 3 in the end, and all these other guys. The Knicks have had 4 third, fourth, and fifth option to help them out, but the Sixers have not had that. I think that's the biggest problem. So my suggestion to the depth problem is play Ricky Council. You just gave this guy a 4-year contract for a reason, and the man has, not gotten anything. He's the only athletic and versatile guard that has not been playing in the playoffs that honestly deserves a chance. When you're talking about, guys not being able to kick out on shooters, this guy has fresh legs because he obviously doesn't play too many minutes. And he can kick out on shooters. If he has fresh legs, he has some energy, he can kick out on shooters, force them to miss. And the rebounding problem, you just got to hope it falls into you, because I really don't know how to fix the rebounding problem. If you crash the boards, all these guys are taller than you. There's really no way to stop it. It just really has to fall into your arms unless Embiid finds a way, to jump 10 feet high. Then, we're not going to be able to get too many rebounds here. That's just kind of the way it is, and there's not really a way to fix it. But I suggest playing Ricky Council. He's got fresh legs. He's got some energy that he can bring to the team. You just gave him a contract. There's no reason why you can't play him. And now I'm going to talk about this controversial call with the referees. Listen, I'll pull up the clip right now, as obviously I'm going to commentate here. So, listen, as I'm starting to pull up this clip, you see, this is a big problem, because obviously there were 3 things that happened that were controversial, and you could have called any one of them. Nick Nurse tried to call timeout twice. Maxey got grabbed. And the biggest criticism to Nick Nurse is that he hesitated while calling the timeout. I'm not sure what that means. Does that mean he called the timeout? Because if you're hesitating while calling the timeout, aren't you still calling the timeout? Like, he's putting his T like this. Like, is that not a timeout? Like, that argument seems a little weird to me. Like, if I'm trying to, I don't know, this might be a little weird, but if I'm trying to flip you off, but you're, 100 pounds and 2 feet taller than me, I'm still flipping you off, but I don't necessarily want to, because you're going to beat me up. Like, it doesn't make that much sense. This argument really doesn't make that much sense to me. Yeah, I don't get that. The thing with Maxey, I mean, yeah, he was grabbed. It was for just, I mean, he was absolutely murdered. I mean, they are, pushing and grabbing and all this stuff. That stuff should have been called. When you're talking about, okay, it was only for a split second. Well, he's trying to fight around, and you could see that he's getting hit if you just look at his facial expressions. So I would assume that, he's getting hit. And in this day and age with a lot of foul calls, obviously there are a lot less foul calls in the playoffs. But, there are 3 missed calls that have to be made. At least one of them could have been made. It's just... It doesn't necessarily make me that mad. So, I have the clip right here. Let's see. Let me try and play this in, slow motion once again. Let's see. So, 0.5. All right. So, Brunson. So, right now, Brunson's on the wing. He shoots the 3, and he's going to make it. Okay. So, he makes the 3. Lowry. Here's the problem with Lowry. It's that he immediately goes out of bounds with the ball and, starts that 8-second clock. Lowry's been playing in the league 18 years. He needs to know that, you don't automatically get the ball and just start trying to get the inbound. That is just stupid. You need to set up something. You need to get everything quiet down. You need to get everything set up. That was a pretty stupid play by Kyle Lowry. He's got to be smarter than that. And now I'm playing it here. Yeah, Nick Nurse throwing his hands up in the air, yada, yada, yada. But now I'm looking here where Maxey is double-teamed. Now, you see he's in the paint. You're looking at Hart and Brunson. They're double-teaming him. So why don't we try to get the ball to somebody else? Look at Embiid. Look at Batum. Look at Tobias Harris here. They're all just standing there. You move around. Maybe everybody except Batum can handle the ball on the court right now, or who is able to receive the ball. You have 3 guys here that can handle the ball and 3 guys that can shoot free throws. Why does the ball just need to go to Maxey? That doesn't make any sense. You need to move. I'm especially looking at Tobias Harris. He essentially just completely watched the play. All right, so it inbound, and you can clearly see Brunson grabbing the jersey. I don't think it was for much more than maybe a second and a half. But you see there's... Sorry. You see there's an official right here trying to look at all the contact that's being made. So, yeah. All right, so the ball goes here. Maxey with possession. Nick Nurse puts his hand up in the air. He clearly looked like he was trying to give a timeout to me. If anything, once again, that official who was supposed to be looking at the contact for Maxey should have been looking up at Nurse as well. And then obviously DiVincenzo misses the first 3. But honestly, in my opinion, even if he would have missed this, they probably still would have gotten the offense. I'm sorry, yeah, they get the offensive rebound on the first one. Look at Hartenstein. Look, play this back here. All right, so we're going to go through this. But if you look at Hartenstein, there are 2 guys. There's Embiid and Harris. They don't ever go up for the ball. It's how many seconds left in the game? 12 seconds? You're not trying to put your most energy in possible? Look at this here. DiVincenzo misses the first 3. Look at Hartenstein. Why is nobody boxing him out? Batum's right there ball watching. That's absolutely stupid. All right, you got offensive rebound. DiVincenzo, once again, a bad job kicking out on the shooter. Batum just jogging to him. And then obviously the 3's been made. And that pretty much did it. There's a breakdown of the clip right there. Obviously, I'm playing it in slow motion, not in real time. But that's pretty much the breakdown there. 2 games in, the Sixers look done. I don't know. I think they'll most likely end up losing in 5 or 6 games. 6 is honestly a stretch. I don't see this going to 7 games. Embiid, I don't think, can handle it. Obviously, the way he's playing and the way he looks, he's walking funny, let alone running and trying to rebound. This series is not going to be going to 7 games. This will be over in about 5 or 6. So yeah, that'll do it for the video, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe with the post notifications on. Go subscribe to my brother Lindy Great Vlogs. Make sure you guys go subscribe to my second channel at Ryan the Cod Great. Make sure you guys go find me on X Ryan the Great RTG. Make sure you guys go find me on TikTok at Ryan the Great RTG. Make sure you guys go listen to the latest edition of the Star 7 podcast. Make sure you guys go find me on Twitch at Ryan the Great Podcast. And as always, Ryan the Great out. Peace.